So now you have a choice, and I think this is so cool. No other brokerage gives you a choice. They force you to always take the cap in stock, which is subject to the vesting period, right? But what if you need the money today to grow your business? Well, we have the marketing allowance.
I always forget to adjust the mic. Oh, I see what you did there, Davey. I see what you did there. Look who's back.
Yeah. Good morning, LPT.
Yeah, good morning. That was a little surprising. At first, I thought we were having an audio issue.
A glitch.
Took me a second.
You thought you broke something.
I thought I did it again.
You broke something.
Good morning.
I got to get my mic right, man.
I know. I always forget that it makes so much noise.
Yeah,
we're out of sorts this morning. Okay, welcome, guys. Motivational Monday. My name is Matthew Hodge, Executive Vice President here at LPT Realty. Joining you from LPT headquarters here in Lake Mary, Florida, we have Robert Palmer, founder and CEO, back in studio. He has been traversing the globe for the last couple of months, so we're excited to have him back here in person. We've got a lot to go through today, some really exciting news that we're going to go through. So real quick, I just want to make sure, check in, see how was your weekend. I spoke with you a lot, but you know.
Yeah, look, I got to tell you, man, like this last 10 days for me has been really stressful. I'm going to call it stressful. You know, the announcement at Inman, the confidential filing with the SEC, the press release about that, and then not being able to talk about any of this stuff. Yeah. Like, you know, I guess I've always pride myself on, you know, the transparency and being able to tell everybody what's going on. And I've found myself in this really weird position for the last couple of weeks where like there's all these things I couldn't talk about, right?
Yeah.
Because there's rules and the SEC has rules and, you know, securities laws, and really exciting, but also at the same time really stressful. And last week was big because we had to do a lot of administrative stuff last week, right? We had to kind of alert everybody. You know, we had to make the administrative changes to our existing stock plan to go from, you know, units to dollars and just all these things. And I don't know, it was just stressful, right? Because it was so administrative and having to like listen to the lawyers and get sign off on everything. And this week I feel like this huge weight is lifted because like this week I get to talk about the cool stuff, like the exciting new stuff we get to do because of the transition. And while there's still a lot of things I can't talk about, I can talk about more today than I could last week. So, but yeah, man, it's been a really weird window of time. And it's one of these things like having a confidential filing with the SEC. Like I would say something I have, you know, thought about as an entrepreneur for a long time. And then again, like, I don't know, it wasn't like popping champagne and going wild. It was just a lot of work and a lot of stress. I don't know. It's really interesting. Again, I'm going to share as much of the journey as I can with everyone, but just I need everyone to understand like there are just certain things that we can't say. Yeah. And to me that's the worst part of all this. And it's a tough spot for us as a brokerage because for 4 years, and by the way, 4 years ago this week was when we officially launched LPT.
That's right.
So yeah, crazy. We soft launched in March. Right, early. We didn't have all of our systems together. We didn't have onboarding figured out. Like, I mean, we were like duct taping wings on the plane in like March, April, and May. For those of you who've been with us that long,
bubblegum and shoestrings.
And so then by August 8th, we made the big decision. Like, all right, we're finally ready to officially launch this thing out of soft launch, out of like preview into the world. And then we had to go on a waiting list because we had so many people join in 24 hours that we couldn't keep up. So really cool that 8/8 and right there. So basically, just under the 4 years of our launch is when we had the confidential filing with the SEC. So just I don't know, it's been a really cool ride to get here. But anyway, but for 4 years, I've been able to really share everything that was going on with no restrictions. And it is I think it's a tough transition for us, right? Like you guys have to have some faith because there are things I can't tell you, and you've got to make a decision that, you know, you believe the leadership and you believe our interests are aligned and that we're going to get there together when I can't tell you. It's easier to have the faith when I can like really spell it out, and I can't do that right now. So anyway, I think it's going to be an interesting window for us to see how tight is this community, how tight is this family, you know, and I don't know. It's stressed out about the last couple of weeks. excited about it today.
Yeah.
Here we are.
All right, well, perfect.
I want to like say positive forward-looking things, and I can't say positive forward-looking things, so
Right.
I'm not going to.
Well, it's funny because we always have a bet internally when something new is coming out. We're like, does he actually hold it to the launch? Because you always leak it. When he's excited about something, he always leaks it. So I know that this has been additionally stressful for you now that you actually cannot.
Can't. Like
You
wanted
can't.
to.
Right.
Like can't.
Right.
Yeah. It's been,
All right, well, let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to start off with some brokerage updates. We're going to start off with Broker of the Month. We're going to jump into some new packages, and then we're going to jump into those cool things that we can now enact that we've made that transition last week. So let's start off with Broker of the Month.
to Neil Thacker, the amazing broker in Maryland and New York. Congratulations to Neil. I actually had a great call with one of our big Maryland groups last week, and again, they are big fans of Tennille. She's done a fantastic job helping transition there. It's kind of a newer growth state for us. We've got some absolutely amazing folks up there running around that Maryland, D.C. area. Tennille, thank you so much for all you do, and congratulations on being the Broker of the Month.
Yes, congratulations on that. Yeah, some great teams there. Always talks very positively about her contributions, her willing to jump in, interpret language on contract, just really fantastic job. So thank you so much for all your efforts there. One thing I kind of want to introduce is last week we had the opportunity to launch our SPG, Solo Practice Growth.
Yeah.
And you've talked a lot about that, the different paths, and how these two are vertical. Maybe someone who decides to leverage people in a different way. So instead of the traditional, hey, I'm going to go out there and buy and have buyer's agents or listing agents, they maybe kind of want to stay more at the center of the transactions, and maybe they'll use showing assistants and TCs and other ways to create a scale and capacity. And so we had our advisory council last week in Montana, which was really fantastic. We learned a lot about their businesses, what they struggle with, what they hope for, and what they would want brokerage support to look like. Yeah. And that's been really, really nice. So we have a quick recap video before we jump inside of talking about SPG a little bit further.
Solo practice growth to me is incredibly special because that was my path. That was my version of success. I never really wanted to grow a big team, but I wanted to deliver an amazing experience for my clients who trusted the biggest purchase of their life with me. And so I did that through empowering people around me to help support that experience. And I was alone in that. That wasn't a popular opinion. And so we're out here in Big Sky, Montana. We had the opportunity to go up to Lone Peak, which is 11,166 feet. So as we got to the top of Lone Peak Mountain, it was a range of emotions from our family and entrepreneurs that we were with. Some were fighting their battle of fear of heights, and they were conquering that fear. Some were excited, some were nervous, and all of that to me defines success, right? Everybody's coming together to be part of one experience, and that's what solo practice is about, is finding your community, finding the tribe that never existed, paving the way forward that has not traditionally existed within real estate. So as I look around at the top of the mountain, it's not lonely at the top, it's who you bring along with you.
That overlook was pretty insane.
Yeah, it was great, man.
If you were scared of heights, I just want to call that out because it's like a glass floor that you're overlooking this mountain. It's pretty nuts. But anyways, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it was great, right? So usually when I'm in Montana, that's the mountain you're seeing behind me in Motivational Monday over the trees behind my shoulder. That is the mountain that when I said, hey, we didn't come to climb the mountain, we came to be the mountain, that Lone Peak, that is what inspired that. I could see my house from that lookout, which was pretty cool. But I think it was amazing. We've talked a lot about just the industry and the transition. Entrepreneurs need ways to build leverage. And obviously, building a real estate team is an amazing way to build leverage. We have some of the biggest real estate teams in the entire country here at LPT. And now we are driving another path, for the entrepreneur who says, you know what, I still want to build a business. I want to have leverage, but I view it differently. I don't want to have producing agents underneath me on a team. I may have showing assistants. I may have transaction coordinators. I may have a marketing director. And so SPG is about building that path. And again, this is a commitment we're making as a company. This is something we are pioneering. I don't really know any brokerage that's out there talking to solo agents in this way. I think for most brokerages, the only path is to build a team, where now we're saying, hey, there are multiple ways that you can build a business. It's all about individual definition of success. As we sat down and looked at what we had built, this was that missing piece. And so I'm so proud that we're finally plugging it with Solo Practice Growth. Had an amazing time getting to spend a couple days and grill for the solo practice advisory group out there up at Big Sky Resort. A lot of fun. I got good reviews on the steaks. Everybody was. I got to battle Chef Connor. He was in the kitchen. I was on the grill. I think my steaks might have taken the prize, but a lot of fun, a lot of great time, a lot of camaraderie, and most importantly, a lot of inspiration and a lot of direction around the program. And so then we came back. You and Sunit officially launched the program on Friday. A lot of exciting folks. I saw some questions about it in the chat. Look, we're going to be doing additional webinars, additional discovery opportunities for you to understand the technology stack, the community, the playbooks, everything that we are building. Again, because we want entrepreneurs to be able to drive their individual definition of success. And so, again, I now believe we have the best team model in the industry, unquestionably, and now we have the best solo practice leader, solo practice entrepreneur model in the industry as well. So really proud of that, and a big thanks to everyone who put all the hard work into making that a reality. And look, I'll say this too. It took every bit of our scale to negotiate with the vendors to be able to get... Because again, these are technologies that were built for teams. They're traditionally priced for teams. So these vendors need a high agent count because that's how they make their money. And we had to use every bit of our leverage as a the seventh largest brokerage in the U.S. by transaction count, according to Real Trends, to negotiate these deals to be able to make this traditional team technology available to solo practice leaders, solo practice growth, and then on top of that, the companies we acquired, right? So like Speculo. AI, traditionally a team product, making it available to these solo practice agents. And a lot of great feedback. So many cool ideas came out of this about how we can leverage Speculo's AI capabilities to make solo practice agents. Again, Speculo's always only been focused on teams, because again, that's how tech vendors make their money. They need a team with a big agent count. And so being able to really learn and understand, like, hey, if we take Speculo's product and we modify it, we can make it an absolute home run for a solo practice leader. Same thing with Reside, right? Traditionally, Reside only had a team plan. We sat down with Sunit and said, hey, we have to build a plan and playbooks and everything for solo practice leaders who want to be a part of a community like Reside. And so just really proud of all the work we've been doing. And this really goes back about 6 months. But again, just lots of opportunities to find out about it. We'll make sure everybody has lots of opportunities out. I'll probably be on some of those future calls where we can do Q&A, but solo practice growth is going to be a massive addition to our offering, and we're really excited to have it launched out into the world.
Yeah, that's right. And I'll just give you a quick overview. If we can go up to that slide, there's 3 different ways for you to kind of plug in, depending on where you are in your career, what makes most sense for you. If you go inside of Connect, you'll see a replay of last week's launch call where it breaks down each one of those packages, pricing, and what is included. So that is already in Connect as of this morning. So if you'd like more information, you can watch the replay. We will also be doing live trainings in the future, starting next week, that will give you the opportunity to ask questions and things like that. And so we'll do that on a weekly basis. But you can watch the replay inside of Connect right now. It is available for you. We've had quite a few people sign up already, and really excited for the community because the group of people that were with us inside of Montana, they're all in a group chat. They're already talking about the things that they're implementing. And that's part of this piece. It's not only the tech stack and the training that you will receive and the specialized coaching, it's the community of people who are defining success pretty close to you. And that allows you guys to, overcome obstacles and help each other through obstacles in ways that only that unique group of people are facing. So super excited about that. So again, that is inside of Connect right now. If you'd like to watch the replay, that is available for you to see. I'm going to jump over real quickly, and I'm going to turn it over to some additional news for you to take over, Robert. We also have our new showcase packages. So this Thursday, you'll hear about this. We have our call on a bi-weekly basis this Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's led by Barry and Brittany. And we've got 2 new packages. So we have combined the best of Luxury Collection and Step Up with Showcase. And essentially what ultimately happens is that the marketing points to your Showcase account. So you put me inside that little circle. That's so funny, Dave. He's always moving us around.
Speaking of Dave, it was funny because Dave was in Montana with us. And people were like, that's Dave, because we always talk about Dave. Dave's off camera. Dave was in Montana with us. It was pretty funny.
That is so funny. But so these packages, we've basically taken the best of each package and we put it alongside Showcase. And so one click, you get it all. Your magazines point to your 3D tour, to your showcase account. It really gives you the opportunity to show your surrounding neighbors how you're marketing the property differently. Really creates a different experience. We're super excited for this because these are our highest intent pieces all combined into one package. So we're really excited for that. So learn more about that this Thursday. You'll at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But you can also scan this QR code and learn more about that package this Thursday.
Yeah, look, the L stands for listing and the P stands for power. And I think this showcase combination, combining showcase with a step-up collection, showcase with luxury collection, actually integrating it into the magazines, the direct mail, right? So normally with our step-up collection, and with luxury collections, you get those mailers. Well, now the mailers highlight the fact that you have this relationship with Zillow where you can feature their home on Showcase. And again, agent choice, you decide. You've still got the legacy packages available if you don't want that elite alliance. If you do want that alliance and alignment because you believe that the consumer is wanting their home on Zillow and visiting Zillow, you have that opportunity. And I think this was a great combination. Again, us taking our buying power as a big brokerage to be able to negotiate pricing with Zillow for Showcase versus you all having to go out and spend $5,000-$10,000 a year for the subscription, being able to ride our account, get our tokens, and now to be able to integrate those directly into the step-up collections marketing and the luxury collections marketing is all about listings.
That's right. That is right. Okay. All right. We are going to, let me see what we actually have next.
I saw a question about Canada. So while Zillow is not in Canada, I don't control that. The luxury collections and the step-up collections, absolutely available in Canada. Don't have direct mail there yet, but most of the products are available. And again, we continue to work in that direction. And I'm going to put in a good word with Zillow next time I see them because they need to get up there too.
Yeah.
And maybe we can push them up there with our size and say, look, we got people, we get you don't have the buyer leads up there, but let's go do Showcase together.
Let's do something.
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic.
Absolutely, Peter. Thank you for the comment, man.
Okay, we're going to do real quick Road to FallCon. Today, I actually will be your host. So if you're just joining for the first time, we have a training that is included with your FallCon ticket. It's called Road to FallCon. Today is actually number 10 out of 12.
2 left.
Yeah, 2 left to do, or
10,
3
11,
left,
and
yes.
12, yeah.
And so these are basically mini-series that help you understand how to get the most from your FallCon experience coming up here in October. So all you need to do is have a FallCon ticket, and you are automatically invited to these weekly mini-series that are happening, and that will be today at 12 p.m. And so with that being said, I want to do our weekly drawing, and then we're going to turn it over to you, Robert, for some final kind of thoughts and some exciting news. So drum roll, please. Our winner from last week. What do we've got? 5 winners here. And winner number 1, we have Marinus. Okay, fantastic. Congratulations, Marinus. Looking forward to seeing you at FallCon. All right. Tanila Woodley. Congratulations. Talina Woodley. Looking forward to seeing you at FallCon. Kimberly. Good looking. Brittany Kate. And last but not least, Catherine Price. Okay, fantastic. So you will be part of...
I love seeing the diversity of location.
Yes.
Right. Again, you go back 4 years when we initially launched, everybody was in Florida. And still, we've got the most agents in Florida because it's where we started. But I love seeing when we do things like this, you start to see all these other states. And again, people traveling to come to FallCon from all over the country. I think we got some folks making the trip from Alaska, from Hawaii. It's really amazing to see.
Yeah, it really is. And I forgot to say the actual prize. They were the winners of the FallCon recap. So they will be part of our recap video for FallCon. So that is that. And then lastly, we've got for next week, we have the inside seat. And so this person has the opportunity to watch from backstage. So we are looking forward to announcing one winner who will be able to attend a session live from backstage with the executive team. So that will be announced next week on Motivational Monday. All right. With that being said, we had some exciting changes last week. It enabled us to be able to talk about some things that we couldn't previously.
Yep.
And so excited for you to walk us through what is changing and then how that is going to benefit our LPT agents.
Yeah, so it's interesting, guys. So when we launched LPT, we did not have a value on our stock, right? And so we had to do everything in units, and it required a lot of faith. And people were saying, hey, I don't know what this is worth. I don't know whatever. And we appreciate everyone who made that leap with us. And so we can get that slide up. I just want to recap our current stock plans, right? So we have there's 5 current ways to earn stock at LPT. You can earn a white badge, a silver badge, a gold badge, a black badge, and a sponsorship performance award. All right. Next slide. And so a couple things I want to point out. The existing awards don't change, right? So everything you've already earned, if you earned 500 shares for unlocking an achievement a year ago, that is 500 shares, no matter how much they are worth a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, obviously subject to vesting and everything, but that 500 shares will be worth as much as it can be worth, right, when the pricing comes out and we continue down our path. So none of that changes. How you earn awards, the badges, sponsorship, multipliers, none of that changes with our current awards program. All right, next one. Last week, we updated the awards from units to dollars, right? And so this is something that I shared with people from the beginning. Hey, there will be a point as we get ready to enter the public markets that we will have to change from units into dollars. Now, there's the benefit to this, and that now you know the value of the award that you are getting. I think we've come up with a really elegant solution for you to be able to get the earliest valuations, right? So you use the June valuation to calculate the awards you win that you earn in July, August, and September. In August, September, and October instead of the September valuation, right? We're going to do quarterly valuations going forward, and then as a public company, we would have a daily price. And so again, I think we came up with a really cool idea, really cool ways to help agents take as much advantage as possible of those earlier private company valuations as we go through the process. And we went through that last week. We went through it on Friday, had a couple of meetings. We had to legally go through that process of moving from unit value awards to dollar value awards. Again, one of the benefits of being here early is you got those unit value awards. Now we're going to dollar value awards, okay? That applies to any awards earned after August 1st. So the awards you earned in July that will be issued here in the next 4 or 5 days, those will still be under the old numbers. So you'll still get the units. And then starting with achievements, closings in August, September, and October, those will be issued in November and calculated based on the June valuation. And all of that is in the program summary. And we spent a lot of time talking about that last week. Now, the really cool thing about moving from units to dollars is it allows us to unlock new ways for you all to earn shares. All right. It's really important to me that our agents who help build this company are able to earn equity in the company. You got to commit to being here, right? There's vesting windows, there's requirements. Like, it's about creating a partnership. And so I'm really excited to announce new ways that agents can earn stock. So if we can go to the next slide. So for the first one we're doing, and again, this is kind of a transition. This is a transition bonus for everyone, because here's the reality. While I cannot talk about a valuation, we will share it once we have the June valuation. Most likely, you will get less shares, right? $2,500 worth of shares is going to be less than, $2,500 worth of shares is going to be less in most cases than 2,500 units, again,
Correct.
Without predicting valuation. So in order to help make up for that gap, we are bringing back the Brokerage Partner Bonus Award as the Brokerage Partner Bonus Award 2.0. So if you're on the Brokerage Partner plan, you will get 100% bonus on your achievement awards and 100% bonus on your sponsorship awards between 8/1 and 1/31. So basically through this next 6-month period.
Say what?
Okay. So yeah. So the idea is that's to make up for the fact that the move to dollars will likely make the awards less. Again, we won't know until we know the valuation, but will most likely make the awards less. And so to make up for that, we're launching Brokerage Partner Bonus Awards 2.0. These have the 5-year vest on them, just like the prior Brokerage Partner Bonus Awards that we did last year. A lot of you participated in that back in 2024, early 2025. We were able to issue a lot of extra RSUs back in units in there. One more shot to take advantage of the Broker Partner Bonus Awards for people on the Brokerage Partner plan. And again, that's a 5-year vest. We want you to be committed to us. We don't want you to go anywhere. I want this to be your brokerage for life. So again, 5-year vest on those. But that's exciting. So we're bringing that back. So that's going to allow everybody on the Brokerage Partner plan to earn twice as much stock over the next window of time to make up for some of that conversion from dollars to units. Sorry, units to dollars.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Next slide. Now, on top of that, we are announcing what we're now calling our Agent Choice Equity Awards. And we're introducing 5 new programs to earn equity at LPT. So remember, our current programs are called Performance Awards, right? We have the Achievement Performance Awards and we have the Sponsorship Achievement Performance Awards. Now we are adding in Agent Choice Equity Awards, which, as far as I know, most of this is a first-of-its-kind program for the industry. A couple of highlights. We're going to go through these in detail. Black Badge agents will have a choice between the $15,000 marketing allowance or an additional $15,000 in equity. Again, subject to a 5-year vest. Right? This is a longer vesting period, so you have a choice. We're going to get into that. Contributing back to our community to earn up to $10,000 in equity. And then the most requested program we have, the commissions, taking commissions in equity from transactions, which we call the Commission Equity Program. All right, so really exciting. I have been itching to be able to roll this out. First, we had to transition to dollars before we could do this because I can't give you $15,000 worth of equity instead of a $15,000 marketing credit unless we are in value.
Right.
And so all these things had to happen. So next slide, let's go into detail on some of these. So let's start with the Black Badge Awards. So in addition to the performance awards, right, you can earn up to $2,550 in performance awards when you put together your white badge, silver badge, gold badge, black badge. That is $2,550 worth of stock under the performance awards program. Black Badge agents can now choose to get their entire $15,000 cap back in restricted stock units as the Black Badge Agent Choice RSU Award. So again, I'm big on agent choice. And so when you earned Black Badge, previously your only choice was the $15,000 Black Badge Marketing Allowance, right? And we couldn't do anything else because, again, we didn't have a valuation to say, hey, this is what $15,000 worth of stock is. And if we had tried to give a number, we would have legally been predicting a price. We couldn't do all that. But now, because we're moving to value, we can. So now you have a choice. And I think this is so cool. No other brokerage gives you a choice. They force you to always take the cap in stock, which is subject to the vesting period, right? But what if you need the money today to grow your business? Well, we have the marketing allowance. And so you can't have both, unfortunately. I can't give you the $15,000 marketing credit and the $15,000 in stock. You always get the $2,550 from the performance awards from the current program, but now you have a choice. And maybe there's some years where you're like, you know what? I need new yard signs. I want to do a big direct mail blast this year, or I'm going to buy power packs for all my team members, whatever it is. And so that year you take the marketing allowance, right? Then other years you may say, you know what? I still haven't quite used all of last year's marketing allowance. I have 2 years to use it. This year, I'm going to take it in the Black Badge RSU Award, right? I'm going to take the Black Badge Agent Choice RSU Award. So bringing agent choice to how our Black Badge agents decide to get their cap back, right? Never been done before. Never had a choice like this before between marketing or the stock. So really proud of that. Again, Black Badge is our top 1% of eligible agents. They go out there and crush it. Everyone can achieve this on the Brokerage Partner Plan if they can sell the units, whether you're a team leader or a solo agent. Solo practice growth, I think, is going to help more people achieve Black Badge when they unlock those tools. And then here's the other cool thing we're doing is anyone who earned their Black Badge in the last 6-7 months, right, between January 1st and July 30th, they will have the choice to exchange their marketing allowance for the Black Badge RSU Award. So if you're one of those folks, just reach out to us. You can't go back on limited time, Jacob, only through January. And the idea behind that is everyone else will have a chance to earn their Black Badge between now and January, right, which will guarantee the private company valuation. And so, but if you earned it between January and June, you couldn't get it again. And so this way, there's one full year where everybody who earned a Black Badge between January of last year and January of next year will have an opportunity to participate in the private company valuation calculation still of the Black Badge Award. So if you earned your Black Badge Award between January 1st and July 30th, you can reach out through support, and we will talk with you about how we're going to exchange the last marketing allowance that was earned during that period for the Black Badge Marketing Credit. And again, your choice, all right? You decide. You want the marketing dollars today, or do you want the stock subject to a vesting period? It's all about agent choice, and it's all about making sure people have a reason to go out there and put the amount of work and commitment that we know it takes to achieve that. And again, we're going to bring the SPG and the team growth and all the things we can do to help you achieve it. So that's one exciting way. All right, next slide. We're not done. The second is our Ascend Initiative Community Awards. All right, so this is another big one. And this is cool. So there's some other brokerages that do this, right? They do a culture award or a community award, but they only allow it to their Black Badge equivalent. We're going to take it one step further, and we're going to make this available to Gold Badge and Black Badge agents as long as you're on the Brokerage Partner Plan. Right now, remember, if you want to maximize your stock earnings at LPT, you need to be on the Brokerage Partner Plan, right? That's a big part of how we built it. And so if you're on the brokerage partner plan and you achieve either gold badge or black badge, you can then earn up to $10,000 in additional equity, again, subject to a vesting period, up to $10,000 in additional equity for hosting virtual or in-person masterminds, right? And so Shane is going to have a webinar on this on Friday to talk through all the different things you do. And this isn't just host a single event, right? This is a commitment. This is a commitment to say, hey, I'm going to host 3 large regional rallies a year. I'm going to host 9 small masterminds a year, or I'm going to teach 9 out of the 12 months on the Ascend Initiative online to pour into my other agents. And so step 1 is you've got to achieve gold badge or black badge. You have to be on the brokerage partner plan. And then from there, you can submit. And again, Shane is going to go through all this on Friday. You can submit your plan to teach this group of classes, right? And if you fulfill all of that, you can unlock another $10,000 in equity subject to vesting. So again, really exciting. And again, and the big thing here, if we can go to the next slide, we have the QR code for Shayna's webinar coming up on Friday. Her and Natalie Cox are going to be teaching this. But again, we didn't want to just make this available to the top 1%, right? Like it is at other brokerages. Like normally you can only receive the culture or the community awards after you reach black badge or whatever the other brokerages have their version of it. Here, we want our gold badge agents because still 15 units a year is an amazing accomplishment.
That's right.
And you still have a lot to pour into your fellow agents. So we're making this more available. But again, you have to be on that brokerage partner plan because that is how we reward the most stock is for the people on that brokerage partner plan.
I love this just because it gives everyone, regardless of what their primary focus is, whether you're a coach and you're trying to pour back into the community that way, or you're a high-producing agent, solo agent, or a team leader, everyone has the opportunity to win, and it really aligns our paths because when we all pour into each other, this incentivizes that, right? Like, hey, you go out there and teach other people how to be better at their craft, and you love doing that. We have a way to award you for it, and that makes all of us better. And so I love the options. I love the ability, the flexibility in saying, hey, this year it may make more sense for me to spend the money in marketing versus, taking it in grants. Regardless of how you choose to recognize these benefits, you have the option. And I think that's one of the most powerful things. And you've talked about that from the very beginning, giving entrepreneurs the choice to match where they are in their business. And if we do that successfully, there's never a reason for them to leave. And it really speeds them up to wherever destination they're trying to go to. So I love that this has been so thoughtful, and that we finally get to talk about it. It was so stressful over the weekend not being able to say what was coming, but happy we have the opportunity to talk about it now.
Agent choice is a core tenet of who we are, and so I think again having these agent choice stock awards, like you decide, do you want to take black badges A or B? Agent choice, do you want to host these classes or teach online? Agent choice. We're getting into the third one now. If we can get that slide up, and that's our commission equity program. So again, this is one of the big requested programs. One, I misspoke on Friday. My slide said Monday, and I didn't clarify which Monday, or maybe even I said it was today. It's Monday, August 17th. We had one more week to get everything done and connect for that. And so this is where you can elect to take 5, 10, 15, 20, or 25% of the gross commission on transactions in the form of equity instead, of equity in your transactions, and you receive a bonus for that. Brokerage partners get a 12% bonus. Business builders get a 2% bonus. Again, our stock plans are heavily skewed toward brokerage partner. They have been from day one. All CEP, Commission Equity Program rewards are subject to vesting periods, and this will be available Monday, August 17th. There will be more notifications going out so that we can walk everyone through this, understand the program, get the documents out. Again, this is something, that our competitors have been able to do. We could not do this until we went from units to value, right? And so we had to, as soon as we could, make the move from units to value so we could roll out all of these amazing programs for you guys. And so now that we are in value, we've unlocked these 5 new ways. So again, it's your choice. Do you want to participate in the Commission Equity Program? Do you want to participate in the Ascend Community Program? Do you want to take your Black Badge dollars in marketing or in equity? All of these are choices that everyone has. So really, really excited for all of this stuff. Again, it's our evolution as a company. We've been handcuffed a little bit, because we weren't this far along yet. Like when we were a brand new brokerage and we were tiny and we were just getting going, like we couldn't do some of these things. And so really, really excited. So when we get the next slide up, it recaps kind of all of those programs together. So again, the 5 new Agent Choice Equity Awards. Elect to take the Black Badge Allowance in Equity, Ascend Initiative Mastermind Community Award, Ascend Initiative Online Community Award, the Commission Equity Plan, and the Commission Equity Plan Bonus Equity. all available. All right, and then the next slide, the recap. I think this is really outstanding, right? So if you do it all, right? If you achieve Black Badge and you take the Black Badge Allowance as equity and you do the 2 Ascend Community Awards and you qualify for the Brokerage Partner Boost 2.0, right? $2,550 worth of stock from the current performance awards, $15,000 if you take the Black Badge Allowance as equity, $10,000 if you participate in the 2 Ascend Community Awards, and another $2,550 for that Brokerage Partner Boost 2.0 on top of those Achievement Performance Awards, $31,100 in stock. That is an industry high for agents to be able to participate in equity of the company they are helping build. But the key is it is tied to helping us build.
That's right.
You got to teach those classes. You got to do those things. This is not just money we are giving away. This is money you are choosing through agent choice to deploy back because of your contribution to the brokerage.
Yeah, I love it. And there was a lot of questions in the chat that we didn't have an opportunity to address. What we will do is download the chat and make a frequently asked question and put that inside of Connect. So if we didn't directly answer your question, or if you've got questions, please know we will scrub through the chat today and then make those answers available inside of Connect. A lot of details to go through. We won't be able to really address all of them here. Appreciate the questions, but we will get you those answers. And then we will have ongoing webinars that kind of walk you through these programs and how you can be a part of them. So super exciting news. Again, it's a milestone for us where we have the opportunity to offer different benefits that we didn't traditionally we weren't able to offer. And I think that we will continue to do that as we look forward. What is happening in the market right now? How can we support you to grow your business differently? What is happening from an equity standpoint that allows us to align paths so that we can share together? Like, we will always continue that thread. And so excited to be able to, talk about this one. And I know there's things that we would like to continue to think about in the future. I have to be so careful with my words. Yeah. It's so hard. But yes, excited for what this enables us to do.
Yeah. Hi, man. What's next? Is
it?
That's it.
That is it. Guys. We are at today. So I guess kind of final thoughts.
Yeah. So again, things we can't talk about. One of those questions in the chat right now. We cannot talk about any type of date for the IPO. All we can say is we have filed confidentially with the SEC. We are in the SEC review process right now. Really proud to be partnered with each and every one of you. As we sit here on the 4-year anniversary of the launch event, I just think about the vision we had for this company, the vision we had to provide actual products to help agents grow their business, things like listing power tools, solo practice growth, team growth, all of these fantastic things that we continue to build and pioneer. Because look, all of this is fantastic, but more importantly, we're here to be your growth partner, right? We're here to be your growth partner and help you give help give you the fuel you need to achieve new heights in your business. Because if you can double your business, triple your business, or if you can reach your IDOS and have even more time to spend with your family or whatever it looks like that's really where we shine, and that's where we bring the most to the table. And so we continue to focus on that. We continue to push forward the envelope, push the competitors, push the industry as a whole to think differently about agent choice, to think differently about how we empower our agents, again, how we become a true growth partner, not just a brokerage for all of you, how we launch the absolute best growth products in the industry, how we reward you for being a part of those growth products and pouring into this amazing brokerage and helping your fellow agents grow. And that's it. And that's what I get up every day excited about. I've said it before. I wake up every day excited to lead this amazing company, to be partnered with all of you. And again, I hate some of my, I believe the future is bright, right?
Right.
I want to say the future is bright. I say I believe the future is bright. Still trying to get my language down. But yeah, guys, really proud of all of you. If you do want to explore the upgrade to Brokerage Partner, you can put in a ticket to support and take a look at that. It may make sense, now that we have value on those shares. It was really hard to do that math before. People be like, well, X number of shares, is that worth it or not? We can't tell you. Now you can put actual dollars and cents behind the decision. Yeah. So that's really, again, it's an important move. It's been something that had us handcuffed, right? The fact that we were able to grow as fast as we are without doing stock in dollar values, right? Without being able to launch some of these other competitive programs, without having filed a confidential filing with the SEC and having all of our competitors tell people that we'll never go public and all this nonsense. And one of the CEOs of all the other companies loves to say well, no one could ever go public at what he thinks we're worth. And I would say, well, yes, you're right. No one could go public at that number that you think we're worth. So one of us is wrong, right?
Right.
And we filed with the SEC. So yeah, man, really excited, really proud of everybody. Have a great Motivational Monday. We'll be back to kind of normal content next week. Jump back into market updates, jump back into interest rates, kind of jump back into normal. But these last 2 weeks have really been consumed with this really exciting transition point for us as a company. And again, heartfelt thank you to everyone who came along with this company, who had the belief, who had the understanding, who saw the vision of an unknown startup 4 years ago. And even now, you look at our size compared to any other brokerage at the 4-year mark, no one really starts believing in brokerages until they get to about this age. So think about what we accomplished in the 4 years that no one believed in us, no one took us seriously, no one thought we were ever going to grow up and become what we've become. It's really exciting to think about. So thank you all. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you next Monday back here on Motivational Monday. Check out Shayna and Natalie's class on Friday about the community awards, and then also we'll have additional emails going out about more webinars around the different stock programs. Because again, we understand that we want to get those small groups for more details. Make it a great week. We'll see you back here next Monday.